Okay. Well, now I have to wait an hour for my clothes to dry. So, I will try and think of something interesting to talk about. I don't really feel like doing any homework or working on my other logistical things. I'm just not mentally in the mindset for it right now. I do have a lot of homework this semester though. I'm taking 16 units at this university while I'm doing this internship, and the classes here are normally only 3 units each. So in order to get that extra unit for those 4 classes, so that I'm taking 16 units for 4 classes, they just pile on extra work. So that sucks. But anyway, what do I want to talk about? Talk about a life philosophy or something. So I have this concept. First of all, I recently got out of a relationship, and that not super recently, it's been a little while, but relationships and things like that, like, it didn't end well. It ended on an emotionally tumultuous note. But it was kind of indicative of the relationship in the first place. The relationship was really passionate. So the breakup was passionate too. Anyway, so that leads me to my philosophy. First of all, I'd like to note that it seems like the best way that I know of to ruin a really great relationship with a girl these days is to ask her to be my girlfriend. Because in asking a girl to be my girlfriend, things get more and more intense really fast, and more intense, and then you become emotionally invested, and then what it is that they do and how they conduct themselves has a direct impact on you and your emotions, and it just gets too hairy and too crazy and too intense, and eventually something gives. It sucks. I think that's because we're just at this phase of life, just aren't ready to really settle down. If we're being honest with ourselves, we're just not ready for that. And so it's better just to take things as they come. So back to that life philosophy. I don't feel like people make mistakes. There's just what we do, and that's it. You could say there's what we do and what we don't do, but what we don't do is an infinite range of possibilities, and so that's not an easy thing to quantify. So you can look back on things and say, oh, that was a mistake. But at the time you made the decision, that's more important. I recently had metaphysics, and we studied theories of time. And there are different theories of time. So if you want to get into it, the one that I subscribe to is a theory of time called the growing reality view. And I kind of like that one because it works in context with determinism. But there's a philosopher named Broad, and Broad's view of the growing reality view works with determinism, but it doesn't bind your hands. So the way it works is that growing reality view is like taking a Polaroid snapshot of the world. Click, take the Polaroid out, set it down. Take another one, click, set it on top of that. That's the present. Click the new present. Click the new present. Click the new present till you have a stack of Polaroids, and these stacks are the past. But the future isn't set yet. And Broad said that the future is determined through our struggle in the present. But in a deterministic way, the past impacts the present. So, when I make a decision, I think to myself, okay, I've had all these experiences, okay, and they work together to set mental states in my mind and neurological framework. And they work in conjunction with, I don't know, NLP, neuro-linguistic pathways, or neuro-linguistic programming. And so I construct my reality based on my prior experiences, right? That's the context that I base my decisions in. Then you mix your current mental state and your current physical conditions, like I'm currently a little bit tired, I'm in a fairly good mood, I'm not hungry, I'm not freezing, I'm fairly comfortable, I'm a little bit lonely, but not too bad. I'm excited about the possibilities of my life and stuff. Then I mix all that with my past, and then I throw in a current circumstance. Currently the circumstance is I'm waiting on my laundry, I have my Nexus 1, I'm prepared to talk to it right now, talk to you, the world. And in a week I could look back on it and be like, damn, that was a mistake, right? I should have been doing blank, and I'll know what that blank is when a week from now comes. But right now, it's not a mistake. It's the best possible decision that I could possibly make because I want what's best for me inherently. I have this sense that I actually want what is best for myself, or it's programmed in to where I just do my best all the time, and I believe that so does everybody else. And so we make decisions as we see fit based on our current circumstances, our past experiences, and maybe some chance thrown in there through quantum mechanics or some shit. I really don't know. But I think that that's pretty much how it works. So back to my previous relationships or any other decisions that I make. Couldn't have happened any other way, it seems. Just like this couldn't happen any other way. Things are what they are. Perhaps a man's destiny is already written, but perhaps not. But either way, I really don't know how much influence we really have on this whole thing. Perhaps we have some, but perhaps we're just part of a large equation, and we're just experiencing it. And that's the blessing. We just have the ability to experience it. Maybe that's it. And we're kind of just along for the ride. And who knows what could happen. Recently in Haiti there was an earthquake, and it totally shook everyone's world and changed everything, and there was nothing anybody could do about it. Stuff like that happens. I wonder if our decisions are like that. I wonder if there's really anything we can do about it. We can just try and program ourselves to exist in a certain way and hope that when circumstances come up,